In 2016, the city of Habarovsk wasn't talking about politics, money, or corruption. It was talking about two teenage girls who had managed to disgust an entire country because what investigators uncovered wasn't just cruelty, it was calculated sadism. Meet Alona Savchenko and Alina Orlova, two ordinary looking students from ordinary families. One raised by an alcoholic mother before ending up with her grandmother. The other came from a relatively well off military family. Different backgrounds, but somehow they found each other and together they became a nightmare. Neither showed much interest in building a future. Savchenko skipped college until she was expelled. Orlova enrolled at university but would soon become known for something far darker than academics. On October 18, 2016, an anonymous user on the Russian image board promised to expose a collection of horrifying photos and videos showing animals being tortured and killed. People thought it was another internet hoax. It wasn't. The files allegedly came from a Contact account using the name Christina Canapla. Within hours, thousands had seen enough to make their stomachs turn. The perpetrators weren't hiding behind masks. They smiled for the camera, posed with their victims, and treated suffering like entertainment. The internet did what the authorities hadn't done yet. Users compared tattoos, clothes, locations, and social media profiles. Piece by piece, they identified Alona Savchenko and Alina Orlova as the woman in the photographs. Then came another discovery. Many of the images had been taken inside an abandoned hospital on Yungov Street, a decaying Soviet construction project that had become the stage for their crimes. Investigators would later conclude that at least 15 animals and birds were killed. Most of them had been adopted from shelters. Shelter workers believed they were giving these animals a second chance. Instead, they were handing them over to people who saw living creatures as disposable props. That's the part that hits the hardest, the betrayal. These animals trusted the very people who promised to protect them. As the evidence spread across Russia, public anger exploded. Death threats poured in. Their social media accounts were flooded with abuse. Savchenko tried to escape to St. Petersburg but was arrested. Police searched their homes and phones, uncovering even more disturbing evidence, material so graphic that it still can't be shown on YouTube today. And investigators soon realized this wasn't only about animals. Authorities alleged that the young man had also been lured to the abandoned hospital, where he was attacked with a baseball bat. Another teenager, Viktor Smyshlaev, was accused of helping edit the disturbing videos. By then, Russia had had enough. Mass protests took place across the country. Thousands demanded tougher punishment for animal cruelty. The hashtag put the Habarovsk animal abusers in prison spread across social media as people called for justice. In 2017, the verdict finally arrived. Alina Orlova received 3 years in a penal colony. Alona Savchenko received 4 years. Viktor Smyshlaev was sentenced to 3 years. But many people felt justice had fallen short. For the animal cruelty charges themselves, the punishment amounted to just 150 hours of correctional labor. For many Russians, that was an insult compared to the scale of the cruelty. Prison didn't end the story. While behind bars, Savchenko married a man who had written her dozens of love letters. After her release in 2020, she reportedly moved to Kaliningrad, changed her surname, and later began earning money through social media under a different identity by selling her naked pictures. Her law was released a year earlier, entered the beauty industry, and eventually moved to Sochi. Today, both women reportedly avoid using their real names online. Maybe because they know one thing the internet never forgets. People can change their appearance, they can move to another city, they can create a new social media account, but some reputations follow you for life. And for many Russians, the name Alona Savchenko and Alina Orlova remain a symbol of a case that shocked an entire nation and sparked a debate about whether the punishment for extreme animal cruelty was ever enough.